Good morning, friends. This is with regard to our efforts in educating the business community on the developments on certain NCLT NCLAT related regulations. There is an important update for the suppliers community, business community, and all the creditors. I am referring to one update which I have received from livelaw.in, which is a very good website which educates the legal and business community on the developments in the field of law. For interpreting certain contents of these directions, on 30th May I have received this particular update wherein it reads: NCLAT urges IBBI to amend CIRP regulations to include claims which are not filed but reflecting in book or record of corporate debtor. I have received some calls from my clients to explain, so I thought I'll make a small video so that it helps everyone. So based on the available resources and also availability of time, I'll make efforts to educate the community, business community, directors and companies. So by way of these wonderful opportunity like YouTube videos, we'll be making efforts through myself and also panel of lawyers which I'm having to engage the litigant community, and also will be giving certain social and supportive advice based on the contents and developments in the field of law. So to start with, what this particular update is all about. NCLAT urges IBBI to amend CIRP regulations to include claims which are not filed but reflecting in a book or record of corporate debtor. See what happens typically when you file a claim. This has been very well summarized and edited by the team livelaw.in. I am a subscriber and I urge all of you to subscribe to this particular website. It's a paid subscription and it's a great initiative by this team. Let's go through this. The National Company Law Appellate Tribunal NCLAT principal bench comprising of Justice Ashok Bhushan, Ms. Shrisha Merla and Naresh Salecha, in the case of Employees Provident Fund Organization versus Subodh Kumar Agarwal, urges the IBBI to consider an amendment to the IBBI insolvency process for corporate persons regulations in order to include claims in information which, though not filed with the resolution professional, but clearly reflects in the books or records of the corporate debtor. So this is the gist of the whole thing. I need not go into the full details. It is available on their site. I have reflected. Kindly go through it. What did this whole suggestion or the direction meant for the business community and any creditor community? Suppose a live example. Suppose if you are having a manufacturing unit in Pune and you are staying in Delhi, Noida or Siliguri, Calcutta or Kochi or Chennai. What happens? The resolution professional publishes an advertisement in the newspaper. It happens that within the prescribed period of 15 days or so, you will not be able to lodge a claim. For example, an employee who is also a creditor, whether it is possible for any employee to go through every advertisements pertaining to his ex-employer, even if it is in liquidation, the answer is big no, because it's impossible. So therefore, there are two things. One is statutory compliance and formalities, and also practical difficulties to be faced by the claimants. So here what happens, if you are having no such resource to track, every day you can't track all the advertisements. So therefore, this suggestion, if it is implemented, if the rules are amended, the law is amended, the practices are going to be very simple for claiming your money from a defaulting company. So typically what used to happen, if you are filing a concerned form B as a creditor, if you are filing an affidavit within the prescribed time, then and then only you will be able to get your money back. So today, if this particular regulation, this suggestion is implemented, what will happen is the ledger account which is showing your credit, for example, if you are supposed to get your salary, if you are supposed to get your money towards goods and services supplied, if it is part of the ledger, then you need not get into all these legal formalities, which is going to take a lot of time and you may miss on the opportunity. So for the purpose of whole process, I have just prepared a small presentation wherein if you see this particular headline I have just taken out from the website. In my opinion, these are the advantages. This will be ease of compilation and processing claims relating to information for IRP or resolution professional. What happens is the ledger itself becomes a basis for foundation for registering the claim and recognizing the claim. This will help in quicker conclusion of the process of liquidation. Because what happens is, for a chartered accountant, for a professional who is a IRP or RP, the claims keep on coming till the company actually gets into a final phase of liquidation. And most importantly, this will help in true assessment of liability by the interested parties. And one more thing is more reliance on the accounts than relationship of the parties. Recently, I have come across a matter wherein my client has received a check of 15 lakh rupees, but the company has not accounted in their books. The check has come from a personal account of a director and not reflected in the company's books. So therefore, what happens? You will find difficulty in proving your claim against the company, and then you will end up in the limitation period and other admissibility and the enforceability of these particular checks. So therefore, if the personal relationship is not paid so much of importance, if the books of accounts and confirmation of the debt is practiced based on the reliance upon this particular ledger, if the admitted liability is recognized, then definitely the process of a whole thing in terms of liquidation or in terms of buyout or in terms of bidding for the defaulting company becomes very easy. The professional scrutiny is quite possible. If the ledger is showing your account, the details of payables, then finished. Why you want to further scrutinize? And most importantly, for a company which is in debt, for a person who has supplied goods and services and not received his money for so long, this particular process, if it is implemented, it's going to help in reducing your costs on liquidation, your litigation. Now, my view, our view is like it's overall a good move. We support this development, and thank you very much.